Would you like a sandwich, you single-parent poor thing? Our family runs a famous high-end hotel locally. The audacity to think of becoming part of our family is just too much. Can you believe this older lady said that? Today was the day I was meeting my fiancé Jesse's parents for a family meeting. Despite Mom and I coming from afar, we were greeted with such words. Such an attitude towards a guest, and they call themselves a high-end hotel. I was at a loss for words, but then an idea struck me, and I made a call. My name is Chelsea, a 27-year-old office worker. I lost my father to illness when I was young and started working immediately after high school graduation. Mom, a single parent and a nurse's assistant at a hospital, raised me single-handedly. She's hardworking, attentive, and popular at the hospital. I admire her immensely. I have a fiancé, Jesse. We met when he transferred from the Boston branch to the New York head office of our company. Attracted to each other, we dated for a year before deciding to marry. Jesse, 30 years old, is a reliable and dependable man. Our days together are joyful, and Mom approved of Jesse, calling him a wonderful man. We were relieved to be recognized as. Everything was going smoothly towards our marriage, but there was one tricky issue. It was about Jesse's parents, soon to be my in-laws. Jesse's family owns a century-old luxury hotel in Boston, frequented by celebrities and dignitaries. His father is the general manager, and his mother the hotel manager. Jesse, being the eldest son, is expected to take over, but he has no interest in it. His younger brother, already working as the managing director, seems the likely successor. This brother is married, and his wife works as the front office manager. According to Jesse, his mother is very harsh with the front office manager. Jesse's parents have an old-fashioned mindset, believing the eldest son should take over, especially a prestigious graduate like Jesse. They see me, Jesse's fiancé, as unsuitable and have been opposed to our marriage from the start. Despite several attempts to arrange a family meeting, they always claim to be too busy. Finally, Jesse managed to persuade them to meet. I called to arrange the meeting and thought Mom and I could stay at the hotel. The hotel manager, my mother-in-law to be, answered the call and said, "Our hotel is at least $400 a night. Can you afford that? I hear you're a single parent's high school graduate." Excuse me? I'm telling you, we're meeting only because Jesse insisted, and I do not approve of you. There will be no special discounts. You're not expecting Jesse to pay for you, are you? What's wrong with this woman? Is this how a hotel manager speaks to a guest? Don't worry, Jesse has informed me about the cost, and of course we will pay our own way. Well, if you say so. Though I think it's a wasted effort, enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime experience. I was simply disgusted by her sarcasm. When I told Jesse, he was furious. "We don't have to go there anymore. Let's apply for a marriage license here and have our wedding," he said, and it made me happy. But we can't just avoid them completely. We should at least formally announce our marriage, I replied. Jesse seemed reluctant, but I believed a face-to-face conversation would clear things up, and so the day of the family meeting arrived. We were shown to our room by sister-in-law. Jesse, after dropping off his luggage in the room, joined us in ours. "Hotel manager will be here shortly. Please wait here. We've prepared some Boston cream pie for you, if you'd like to have some." Sister-in-law was a sweet and adorable person, the kind you'd want to protect, even as a woman. Suddenly, the door burst open. "What are you doing? There are more important rooms to tend to. Hurry up!" An angry voice directed at sister-in-law. "Such a room? Thank you for coming from so far. I'm the hotel manager and Jesse's mother." It was Jesse's mother-in-law, who rudely entered our room uninvited, taking the time to greet us. "But what kind of dress is that? It looks like room attire." True, our clothes were casual, but we had planned to change into something more formal for the greeting. She intruded without invitation. "Busy with a group reservation today. I don't have much time, so let's make this quick. General manager is busy too, so for now, I'll decide if you're satisfactory." She scrutinized us from head to toe as if appraising us. We were interrogated about everything from how we met to our backgrounds and current jobs. Then, with a heavy sigh, she said, "Jessie, are you really not going to take over the hotel, bringing such a poor commoner as a partner? It would have been better if at least she looked more presentable. She's tall and almost mannish, and both mother and daughter look so shabby." Would anyone say such things to someone they're meeting for the first time? Jessie, trembling with anger, retorted, "What? Enough of this! This is too disrespectful! I've said it many times, I'm not interested in taking over. I don't mind severing ties with you guys." "What? Did this woman bewitch you?" "No, I said we should marry on our own. Chelsea suggested we should greet you properly. Even Sophia made time for us despite being busy, and yet—" Mother-in-law was about to respond when father-in-law entered. His attitude as arrogant as hers. "Welcome from afar. I heard you're from a single-parent family. And what about Mrs. Sanders' educational background and profession?" Mom answered firmly. "I've been a nurse's assistant at a hospital since graduating high school and becoming a widow." The in-laws exchanged glances and burst into laughter. "A high school graduate? Not even a nurse, but a nurse's assistant. No wonder this marriage is unacceptable," father-in-law said mockingly. "A nurse's assistant, changing sheets and caring for patients, a servant? Bottom of the barrel job. Must have been a poor life. Huh?" Mother-in-law laughed scornfully. Hearing them insult Mom was unbearable. How dare they insult her? I can't allow it. I was seething inside. Married to a high-end hotel manager, I can't imagine such a life. "Mrs. Sanders, were you hoping to become part of our family and stay for free?" Mother-in-law sneered condescendingly. But Mom, who had been silent, finally snapped. "Say what you will about me, but how can I stay silent when you insult Chelsea like this? Such vulgar words towards guests. Maybe you should acquire the grace befitting a luxury hotel." It was the first time Mom raised her voice like that. She was furious. Mother-in-law briefly flinched, but then scoffed. "Words from a loser in life don't affect me. Well, since you're here, how about a sandwich after dinner? You single-parent poor thing. Our family runs a famous high-end hotel locally. The audacity to think of becoming part of our family is just too much. Can you believe this older lady said that? And remember your place. We don't want the hotel's reputation to drop. Please don't come again." Such an attitude towards a guest. So much for a high-end hotel. And father-in-law too. "We've prepared the cheapest room to avoid any payment issues. It's still luxurious for people like you, I suppose." With a disdainful look, he looked down on us. "What do you mean by sandwiches after dinner? Are you implying that poor people need more than just dinner? It seems my hint for you to leave soon hasn't gotten across. This is the problem with single parents and their poor upbringing. Then, we'll be going back to our work now." The in-laws stood up and hurriedly left the room. "Chelsea, I'm really sorry. Sophia, too. I apologize for my rude parents. Now, you see, Chelsea, let's cut ties with parents like them." Jessie apologized so much that I felt bad for him. I had heard about his disdain for his parents, who judge people by their education and jobs. Moreover, mother-in-law, who moved from Oregon to Boston, acts as if she's always lived there, but Jessie always criticized her for lacking any real class, just a faux Bostonian. The hotel is luxurious and majestic, deserving of its history, but those in-laws don't match its grandeur. Don't apologize so much. You've done nothing wrong. But what will we do? Really cut ties? When I asked, he replied, "Of course, I want to be with you, even if it means disowning them." His words made me happy. But I can't let things go without a fight. I couldn't back down now. After whispering something to Mom, who nodded in agreement, I made a call. The next day, I had Jessie go out with a local friend, while Mom and I met with Grandpa, Mom's father, in front of the hotel. Grandpa was furious after hearing our story. Pretending to be our relative, he called the hotel manager, who scolded him, saying they shouldn't come again after being told not to, calling us shameless. When mother-in-law spotted Grandpa, she approached him respectfully. "Well, Mr. Murphy, thank you for always patronizing us. Are you here to discuss a party?" She didn't realize he was the one from yesterday's call. Just seeing Grandpa. Her treatment was completely different from how she treated us. That's as it should be. No wonder, as Grandpa is the well-known chairman of Murphy's Bedding Company, whose products are used in the in-laws' hotel. The mattresses, chosen by father-in-law for their quality foam and coils, were his choice. We only learned then that Grandpa supplied bedding to the hotel. Grandpa, a long-time regular customer, had been sporting and investing in local hotels. Indeed, the in-laws' hotel was among them. Mother-in-law looked puzzled when she saw us approaching Grandpa. Noticing her expression, Grandpa said, "Hotel manager, is something wrong?" "Oh, I forgot to mention. This is my daughter and granddaughter." "What?" Mother-in-law's shocked face was comical. "Grandpa, we were told not to come because we're poor. Seems like the hotel manager wonders why we're here, so let's leave." I put on a sad face. "Oh, so the poor aren't welcome, huh? Actually, I called yesterday to book a room and was told my relatives were shameless. Seems we're not allowed here. Let's go then." Mother-in-law finally realized her mistake. Yesterday, Grandpa had introduced himself as Murphy, but treated dismissively once they knew he was our relative. Mother-in-law turned pale and stammered, "I'm so sorry. I had no idea Mr. Murphy was related to you too." As mother-in-law apologized profusely, I thought, does this hotel choose its guests? Is it all right to treat them poorly if you don't know them? When Grandpa spoke, "No, there's been a misunderstanding." I wondered what kind of misunderstanding. It was hard to suppress my laughter. According to my daughters, it was rude to suggest that poor people like us could become related to someone from this hotel. I apologize for not realizing sooner. It's indeed presumptuous for poor people like us to think we could be related to you. Grandpa's words left mother-in-law repeating excuses and denials. "We're sorry for our shabbiness. Dad, Chelsea, let's leave. Thank you very much for putting up with the poor." Mom delivered the final blow. "Wait, please. That's not it. Wait." Ignoring mother-in-law's panic, we left the hotel to meet Jessie and went to a famous handmade donut shop in Boston for tea. "I'm really sorry." Jessie apologized repeatedly. "That's why I keep saying you've done nothing wrong, Jessie. Let's apply for marriage and have a party, inviting only the relatives we want," I suggested. "Jessie, cutting ties with your parents requires serious resolve. Don't make such a decision based on momentary emotions." "Have you really thought it through?" Grandpa asked. "Yes, I'm thoroughly disgusted with them and ashamed to have them as parents," Jessie answered, looking Grandpa in the eye. "Well then, I have nothing more to say. Discuss your future together," Grandpa kindly advised. Then my mobile phone rang. It was mother-in-law. "I'm sorry. I wish you had told me Mr. Murphy was your relative." Mother-in-law's pitiful excuses. "I didn't know either. Your attitude changes quickly when you realize I'm a client's granddaughter. We won't be using your hotel anymore, so don't worry about lowering your standards." "No, please reconsider." The phone was passed to Grandpa. "Your apologies are unnecessary. I've directed our company to use a different hotel. We've been patrons for years." Grandpa declined her apology politely. "Please, do something about this. We are withdrawing our investments too." "It's a shame. We've supported your hotel since my father's time for its interior and service. We thought becoming family would be an honor, but you wouldn't want poor people as relatives, right?" "Not at all. It would be an honor to be related to Mr. Murphy. I'm truly, truly sorry. You would have insulted me like my daughters if you didn't know who I was. Sorry. But we can't continue a relationship with such people. Oh, and my other granddaughter posted a lot about your hotel and social media. Enjoy that. Goodbye. Wait, please, Mr. Murphy. Ignoring mother-in-law's plea, Grandpa hung up. The other granddaughter is my cousin who joined us here. A senior in college, she skillfully spread the word about the hotel's reviews. Not about the hotel itself, but about the in-laws' behavior. Since in-laws' house relies on word of mouth, without an official site, the rumor spread quickly. It became clear from other reviews that the treatment of celebrity guests and those on budget plans were drastically different. My cousin was excited. "Grandpa, that was so cool just now." I thanked him. "What are you saying, Chelsea? I'm like your dad. If anything happens, I'll protect you with all my might. I've been lonely because you never relied on me. Your mom, being stubborn, refused my help after she lost her husband, insisting on doing everything herself." Mom blushed at this. The in-laws, now stripped of their roles as general manager and hotel manager by Jessie's grandfather, the current owner, faced severe reprimand for their attitude and behavior. Employees had long been dissatisfied with their condescending attitudes and tyrannical behavior. They were known to look down on cleaning staff and never even greeted them, leading to a high turnover rate. Replacing the in-laws with brother-in-law as a new general manager and sister-in-law as a new hotel manager prevented further resignations. Though brother-in-law, the younger son, didn't attend a prestigious university like Jessie, his experience in a trading company and fluency in Chinese and French contributed significantly to his role as managing director. His appointment promised a rejuvenation of the hotel with young energy. The owner also sent a polite apology. Grandpa, having known the owner since his father's time, agreed to continue investing and using the hotel for his company. The ousted in-laws, with no experience outside the hotel industry, attempted to work at a cheaper hotel chain, but quickly faltered due to their inability to shed their former pride. Blaming each other, they divorced and now both work as cleaners in a hotel. Mom shared this quietly. Though we had already applied for our marriage, we decided to have our wedding at the newly renovated in-laws house hotel. Many relatives from my mother's side in Boston attended, as did Jessie's family. It turned out the in-laws were disliked even by their relatives, who now hoped to reconnect with the family. Brother-in-law's family had the joyous news of expecting a baby. Sister-in-law, previously under immense stress from mother-in-law's harassment, conceived after mother-in-law's departure. My husband and I promised to treat ourselves to brother-in-law's hotel every anniversary, paying full price. Of course, we will pay for your stay. The owner, as an apology, offered us a half-price stay for our first anniversary, which we gratefully accepted. And now, I'm expecting a baby. Seeing how strong and resolute Mom was when faced with the in-laws' abuse, I admired her even more. I aspire to be a strong and resilient person like her, a mother who can protect her child.